director of the show, and this is...
And I'm Emma Label. I'm the composer and music director for the show.
This is a not even really drama students or nerds for short production. So everything that you're going to see on stage is entirely student run. Everything that we do as an org is student written, student performed, student directed, student acted, student fun, you know, what goes on and on. So we just have a few announcements before we get started. Just for some housekeeping things, it is U of M policy that we have our masks on at all times. The show itself is about 2 hours long, and there'll be a 10-minute intermission in between acts. Housekeeping thing. So I also want to take a moment to give out some thank yous. If I were to truly thank everyone in the capacity that they deserve, I would probably be up here longer than the actual show itself. So I'll try to keep it brief. First, I'd really like to thank Arts at Michigan for giving us a very generous grant that helped fund this production. Without them, this production would not have been possible. Additionally, I'd like to thank everyone on the directing team, the production team, cast and crew. They've all been so lovely to work with, and it's made this process so enjoyable and so rewarding. I'd also like to thank my friends and family and just the entire nerds community in general for helping us support with this show. And also, at this point, you'd probably expect me to remind you to turn your cell phones off. But before I do that, I do want to remind you that we do have a Venmo account, and there is a suggested ticket price of $5. Our Venmo is Nerds Do Theater. That's theater with an R-E. It should also be in the program. So if you would like to support our org, we super appreciate it. And after you've done that, then I ask you to be silent and turn off your phones. Otherwise, that's all from us, and we're so excited to show you what we've been working on all semester long. So thank you so much for coming, and enjoy the show.
Big building filled with big science. prosecution agreed on their jury selections?
Well, we would have if someone had been a little less picky.
But that's not true. You're the one with all the high expectations.
Seriously, guys? Fine, I guess I'll just take over. All right, let's see here. Juror number 56, could you come out here, please?
Hi, Your Honor.
Do you have any connections to any parties involved in this case that could make you an impartial juror?
Well, actually, Jeff and I had sort of a thing in college, but he ghosted me, so I guess it's fine.
Okay, you're dismissed.
You're lost, bestie.
Right, who's next? Juror 71.5, could you come out here, please?
What you got for me, Your Honor?
Well, it says here that you're in college. What are you planning on majoring in?
What kind of question is that?
Just answer the question.
Okay, well, women's and gender studies.
That's good. Oh, you're serious. Okay, well, what are you planning on doing with that?
Why does everyone ask that? I mean, is it so hard for people to understand that a liberal arts degree offers a very multidisciplinary experience that can be applied to all kinds of fields? Yeah, it's people like you that are the reason why we as a society get... I'm done here.
Okay.
Sorry, what's the name?
Hey! Get out of my courtroom! All right. Where are you finding these? Juror number 14. Oh, great. Juror number 14, you're already out here. Would you please come up to the stand for us? Juror number 14, you know I can see you, right? Don't think you can wiggle your way out of this one. Wanna play hard to get, huh? Fine! We'll do it your way! Would someone please assist juror number 14 in getting to the stand? You're a tough one, aren't you? Fine, we'll do things your way. Fucking barnacles, I lost! All right, fine. Fair is fair. Juror number 14, you're dismissed. Take him away! Okay, who's next? Juror number 8, would you please come out here?
What's up, Doc?
You aren't, by any chance, Gemini, are you?
Well, I'm a Gemini rising, if that helps.
Get the fuck out of here!
Goddamn Capricorns.
Hey! Keep it civil! Alright, last try! Juror number 23! 23! Hey! Juror number 23, get up here! Do you think your parents love you? Okay, good enough! We'll make it work! Finally, a full jury! We can at last get this trial started. All rise for our most honorable judge!
Thank you all. You may now be seated. I hereby call this trial to session. Before we begin, I would like to make sure all the esteemed members of our jury are clear on their responsibilities. So, are there any last-minute questions?
Actually, I do have one question, but it's not really about the trial.
Well, don't keep us in suspense.
I was wondering, does that statue have nipples?
Excuse me?
Now that you mention it, I don't see any nipples. I mean, it's weird.
What are you talking about? You can totally see them. What kind of statue doesn't have nipples?
Honestly, I was too distracted by his hair. Elegance and beauty.
I mean, it's practically godlike, isn't it? And now that I think of it, I'm pretty sure gods don't have nipples.
Not everything is so black and white, okay? No one is 100% innocent. No one is irredeemably guilty. The statue might have nipples, it might not. Now, are there any relevant questions? Wonderful. In that case, the court calls the defendant to the stand. Please state your name and occupation for the court record.
Is this blockhead? No idea. I've literally never seen a guy before in my entire life.
Hello, my fellow Portlandians. I'm sure you all know who I am, but my name is Jeff Spaceballs, and I'm the owner and lead scientist of Spaceball Labs. However, you can all call me Super Mr. Evil Overlord, as soon I'll be running this town with all of my scientific innovations.
Super Mr. Evil Overlord.
Strike that from the record.
Right.
Just put Jeff Spaceballs. Thank you, Mr. Spaceballs. Now, Prosecutor Zeppa, you may begin your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. The prosecution holds that the defendant, Mr. Jeff Spaceballs, is clearly in violation of Section 6(9) of Municipal Code 420 Woo! For his property, Spaceball Laboratory, located at 115 Park Street.
Who named these laws? Seriously?
Therefore, the prosecution holds that Mr. Spaceballs is liable to a government fine and the suspension of all business within the laboratory until the situation has been remedied.
Thank you, Prosecutor Zeppa. Defense Attorney Joe, you may now give your opening statement.
Thank you, Your Honor. Yes, Your Honor. The defense contends that the defendant's property, Spaceball Labs, should be granted an exception from Section 6(9) of Municipal Code 420 as following Article 8008135 of Corlandia's bylaws.
Could you please set the text of said bylaw for the jury?
Oh, yes, of course. It's around here somewhere. Oh my, it doesn't. Okay. Essentially, Article 8008135 states that certain properties can gain exemptions from Section 6(9) of Municipal Code 420 as given they provide a sort of tangible benefit to the community.
Thank you, Defense Attorney Joe. Now, Defendant Spaceballs, is there anything you would like to say to the members of the jury before this court begins witness testimony?
As your future super evil overlord,
You can skip that.
You got it.
I think it's important that we all get off on the right foot. I'm not the one at fault here. In fact, I'm the victim. This arcane town with its out-of-touch laws that hinder the progress of science is the real enemy. All I want to do is make Courtlandia a better place. But Mayor Calypso is doing her damnedest to stifle any chance for change and make us all follow her exact will.
Wow, sure seems that Jeff has it up with the mayor.
Kind of weird, huh? Maybe there's a new skin in there somewhere.
Mark my words, Spaceball Labs is the future of this city. We need fresh leadership who's not afraid of bold innovation. We don't need Mayor Calypso's oppressive laws. We need science! Who's with me?
Okay. That's quite enough of that, Mr. Spaceballs. You're dismissed for the time being.
Guess the chemistry wasn't that good, eh?
Yeah, that was pretty reactive. Explosive.
Well, and all the jury too. I think I need a break from all the science. Let's take a quick recess before our first witness. All right, Ms. Zephyr, I understand you would like to call the first witness.
That's right, Your Honor. I have a specialist here who I hope can help the jury gain a greater understanding of just what an anomaly Spaceball Labs is from an artistic perspective. This expert testimony will help highlight the astronomical extent to which Spaceball Labs violates Portlandia zoning laws.
Very well. Witness, please take your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is William Dean, and I am an expert in the effervescent, enchanting, ethereal art of architecture, or as I like to call it, architecture.
William, that doesn't sound like a very French name. Maybe we call you Bill instead.
Your Honor, don't you think that Bill would be even less French?
Ah, yes, you're very observant. William, or Bill if you prefer, is actually my middle name. It is a virtuous, valiant, vivacious name. I have 12 brothers and a papa named was born in his honor.
I see. Could you please take your full name for the record then?
Of course, Your Honor. You prefer Bill, no? Then my full name is South Thayer Building.
I can see why you go by your middle name now. South Thayer is certainly an interesting name. If you don't mind me asking, what do your other brothers called?
Oh, I'm delighted, dazzled, and dimpled that you would ask. My eldest brother is named Chemistry Building. My second eldest brother is named Dentistry Building. I am the third brother, of course, and then our youngest. He is sort of the black sheep of the family, if you will.
Oh no, why's that?
His name is Modern Languages Building.
I see. Modern languages are indeed mysterious and confusing.
Your Honor, could we just agree on a name for the witness and continue with the testimony?
William P. makes no difference so long as the glorious dealt grandeur of architecture is revered.
We'll stick with Bill then. Professor Bill Ding, you may begin your testimony.
Oui, okay. Merci beaucoup, Your Honor. As I understand, I have been called to give my expert opinion on the architectural state and extraordinary nature of the beauty that is Spaceball Labs. Now, the technical terms that we architects use for structures like Spaceball Labs is called a BFB, which stands for...
Oh, a BFB? I think I've heard of this before.
Yeah, isn't it a big fucking building?
Look at us talking shop the real architect.
Quiet to the jury, please.
Spaceball Labs is, how do you say, a textbook example. No, a precise, perfect, priceless example of a BFB. As you can see, Spaceball Labs is a towering and proud building that soars into the heavens. It is a magnificent feat of human design. What is the visual?
Sorry, just me, but it definitely looks
A
like...
giant middle finger. It's not just you.
Spaceball Labs is simply superb, sublime, superlative. Its impact on future generations of architects is simply unparalleled.
Professor Day, don't you have anything else to say about Spaceball Labs? Perhaps as the building that soars into the heavens, as you suggest, is in violation of Section 6.9 of Municipal Code 420. Oh, what's that, Prosecutor Zephyr? Is your plan not going to scheme? Is your scheme not going to plan?
Damn, what's up with these two? The defense sure seems to have it out for the prosecution.
Let's keep the questioning civil, everybody.
My apologies, Your Honor. Anyways, Professor Ding, as I was saying, could you please tell us a bit more about the specifics of Spaceball Labs, perhaps as it relates to Section 6.9 of Municipal Code 420?
Would you tackle this? I don't really care about those silly little things. No, in my expert opinion, The pursuit of art is above all else. Laws are just a mere roadblock to true artistic perfection.
This was not supposed to happen.
Even within the illustrious realm of architecture, some of the best creations are those that stray from the original designs. For example, have you heard of the toilet at the fraternity witch frat? It sits up on a pedestal. Simply magnificent.
Excuse me, Professor Ding, but what you say Spaceball Labs makes a considerable contribution to the artistic scene of Courtlandia?
Oh, absolutely. Spaceball Labs is great. It is fine. It is amazing. Despite all my years of expertise, I would have found it difficult to come up with such an ingenious building myself.
Objection, Your Honor. The defense is leading the witness.
Counter objection, Your Honor. The prosecution is leading the witness.
Let me just copy and paste.
Who's leading who now?
Mind your own business, Joe. You're confusing the witness and making him say what you want him.
That is not true. Just because the witness isn't following along with what you want him to say does not mean I'm coercing him.
Ooh, my! Is it just moi, or is things getting a little hot in here? All this fighting over me is making me blush!
I have to agree. It's starting to fight like an old married couple.
What? We are not!
In any case, Professor Ding, we want to be respectful of your time. Is there anything else you would like to add to your testimony?
Oh, I could talk all day. Look at these luxurious windows of Spaceball Labs. They're like windows into the heart and soul of architecture. And the long dauntless pole that sits on top of the building makes a bold and daring statement. Spaceball Labs is magical, magnificent, marvelous.
Okay, I think that's enough of you. Let's take a short recess, and when we get back, I expect you two to do a better job of getting along. I hereby call this trial back to session. Witness, please state your name and occupation for the court records.
First name Anne, middle name Annoyance, last name Horrible. Occupation? Why, I'm a professor in the neighborhood watch.
May we call you Anne?
What insolence! No, that's miserable to you.
Your Honor, I asked Ms. Ribble to take the stand because she is a very well-connected member of the Courtlandia community. Additionally, since she's retired and likes to people watch, she told us she could speak to the impact Spaceball Labs has on the townsfolk.
Thank you, Defense Attorney Joe. Witness, you may begin your testimony.
Well, as that blue defense attorney over there forgot to mention, you can see Spaceball Labs right outside of my window.
Can't you see it from like the very top? Yeah, you have to be blind not to.
Quiet, you! In a peanut gallery. I was speaking. As I was saying, you can see Spaceball Labs right outside of my window. Every day, snow or sleet, rain or shine, I have to look at that hideous excuse of concrete and metal.
Pardon me, Defense Attorney, but didn't you say you called this witness to speak to the positive impact Spaceball Labs has on Courtlandia?
Well,
Positive impacts? What positive impacts? Spaceball Labs has fundamentally destroyed this community. It has an unchangeable impact on the good tax-paying citizens of Courtlandia. I can't even begin to think on why someone would defend that useless piece of metal. Back in my day, laboratories were proud buildings with righteous towers. But this here's a pathetic excuse for an establishment. Miserable, if I may.
Would you say that Spaceball Labs disrupts the community in Miserable, could you please tell us more? If you were able to help the jury understand just how Spaceball Labs has personally wronged you, it would be so helpful. The more specific, the better.
No one tells me what to do, but fine if it'd be helpful. Maybe I should start by talking about how no one respects anyone's time anymore, or about how Spaceball Laboratory is going to raise taxes on my hard-earned retirement trust, or how the glare of the sun might make me and other venerable elderly folk go blind prematurely, or about how I forgot to buy milk at the store yesterday, or about how my bathroom floor was wet and I stepped on it while wearing socks, or how my grandchildren never visit me anymore.
Your Honor. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is, how you say, it's irrelevant. Please don't hurt me.
Dear Lord, do I seriously have to write all of this?
Objection sustained, Defense Attorney Job. Miss Erble, if you could please restrict your testimony to the facts of the case, we would be most appreciative.
Oh, fine, I suppose. But if you could help a little lady out and remind me what exactly we were discussing.
Miserable, we were doing such a wonderful job of telling the jury about the negative impacts that Spaceball Labs has on Portlandia.
That's right! Suitcase laboratory! Why would they even put a toilet into a suitcase? These newfangled inventions are so beyond far beyond my understanding.
No, Miserable, we were talking about Spaceball Laboratories, the large building near your residence.
Spitball dormitories?
Spaceball Laboratories.
Oh, Spaceball laboratories. Yes, isn't that building where that nice young man just makes all of his science explode?
Objection, Your Honor. Clearly the witness has no idea what she is talking about. We can't let her keep blabbering on like this.
You think, dear old little Miserable, her word can't be trusted? That means we can strike the bit where she complained about the property too, right?
Hey, that is not what I meant.
Objection, Your Honor, that cannot be the case. Have you heard the prosecution totally off base? Her argumentative spirit, I suppose I can applaud, but her logic and her thinking are completely flawed. Just listen to this witness. We simply can't permit this. The defense motions that she be dismissed.
Now you wait just a moment here. I promise you my memory is crystal clear. That building may be large, but the science has been charged. I think he is a friend. Please, how did the story end?
One moment, Your Honor. If you can spare the time, it's very clear that Jeff Baseballs is guilty of this crime. And let's not forget his lawyer, as what could be coyered and to twist this woman's words and bend the facts. Now tell me, Jove, is that how lawyers act? I think you need to learn a little tact.
Everyone, let's keep it down. We're lawyers here, not clowns.
I don't know, but it's exciting. Are these arguments even related? They seem awfully frustrated.
Judge Sacco, you both please remain calm. If you listen to the witness, we can resolve this quarrel. Let's not make this an interrogation. We continue the cross-examination.
Your Honor, my apologies.
It seems my temper got the best of me.
Okay, finally you'll let me talk. Now listen to my story. Try your best not to balk. The defense pulled me here because they wanted to hear
How
how
wonderful Spaceball Labs is, no doubt.
Don't shout, cut it out, let her get her words out.
That's right, as I was saying, well, that is so much dismaying. If you would all be quiet, I could tell you what I've been trying to say.
You find the building terrible.
Quit it! You're making this unbearable.
Just want to hear the facts.
Can we please get back on track? We're headed in the bad direction. So many objections.
That's really what I'm hearing.
All this bickering and jeering, they are very kind order. Letters before.
Order! In my opinion, we are right back where we started. it seems that neither Professor Ding nor Miss Irville has been able to share much of value with the court. Even after all of this, we have made no progress towards any kind of resolution.
But
I hereby call for a recess. This time the jury has a chance to discuss everything that's been brought before the court so far. In the meantime, I will ask that both of you please try to make some progress in this case and do a better job of vetting your witnesses before wasting the court's time even further. Court dismissed. Okay, so you all know what you're supposed to do now, right?
No.
Great! Well, I've actually got a lunch date and, oh look at that, I'm already running late, so take it away, bailiff. Good luck.
Okay, wonderful. I guess this is my job now, too. So just, you know, talk about the case or whatever.
Like what all the people said and stuff?
Yes, exactly like that. This is the part where you go over all the testimony, all the evidence that was presented, the arguments the lawyers made, you know, all that stuff. Because at the end of this trial, you're all going to have to make a decision on the verdict.
Then should we wait until the end of the trial? I mean, we don't want to make up our minds before we've heard all the facts.
Maybe so, but don't you think it's more fun this way? We like to think of ourselves as one of the fun courts, you know? Not like all those other boring courts. We're going to drag you all down here for jury duty. We might as well spice things up. I'm just going to hang out here while you all talk. Don't mind me. Just pretend like I'm not even here.
Well, that was something.
Who are we ever going to make a decision? The facts are all over the place.
Well, let's go over what we know.
Our detective seems rather prim and proper. They seem to know the ins and outs of BFBs, but based on the size, the shape, and the structure, it's clear they may not see what the jury sees.
It may be large and awesome and peculiar, but can't you see how it can be an eyesore?
To me, I see a giant middle finger. Children walk along these streets as young as me.
Is it pretty? Does it gleam? Or does it make me want to scream? We can't decide what is true. Whatever will we do? The hag seems to make a fair point. Don't call her that. This building is a danger to society. Maybe she needs to chill and have a joint. It's not that big a deal. Calm your anxiety. But we must uphold the values of our people. This design could influence the young kids. Just look at that horrendous, ugly steeple. They'll learn all these obscenities and talk like pigs. lime stink and Larry Mustard Martian case, huh? I know obscenity cases can be tough, but I have full faith in you.
I guess, but it's still so frustrating. Wait, did you say obscenity?
You know this is about zoning laws, right? Oh, well, my bad, I just saw the giant middle finger and assumed, but the rest still stands.
Anyways, Prosecutor Zephyr is so annoying. It's like they don't care about the case at all. They just want to make me look bad.
I'm sure that's not true. They went to school the same as you, didn't they?
Professor, you know what they did.
Yes, but maybe there's more to the story than that. And even if there isn't, everyone deserves a second chance. Isn't that why you became a defense attorney after all?
But this is different.
Sure, whatever you say, but think it over. Second chances, I mean. I know you're still struggling with your confidence, but don't stress yourself out even more. You deserve a second chance, too. Just because things are rough right now doesn't mean they have to stay that way.
Don't mess up, make mistakes. Just try to do your best and change the path to forgive. Sometimes you must let go and live. Give yourself a break and see what you'll be able to do.
Now, is there anything I can do to help you with the case? Just let me know.
Thank you, Professor. You know that means a lot to me. Before I forget, I got her a business card. Here, take one.
Thanks, Joe, but you know I have your cell phone number. Okay, she's gone. These young lawyers takes me back to when my spirits were high and my prospects were fresh. Sure hope they can work out the differences, though. Such feisty personalities.
Professor Eclipse, are you in there? Come in. Professor, you have to help me. This case is driving me up the wall.
What's wrong, Zephyr?
It's just so, ugh.
How did you pass the bar exam with eloquence like that? Mr. Kurtz?
Well, that's just it. It's so frustrating working with Joe. I don't know why she hates me. It's been so long since we graduated, and it just seems like she's still got a grudge against me.
I'm sure that can't be the case. Graduation is usually a very tumultuous time in one's life, and you know how they can be about big life events. Maybe they were just stressed at the time.
Right. But what does that have to do with me? It seems like she's just taking out her personal issues on me.
You never know the whole story. How about you put that investigative spirit to good use, huh? If you do a little bit of extra homework, you'll be able to resolve your differences with Joe.
Seems like something of a lost cause.
Sometimes we think we know it all, but often the truth can be hard to tell. Open your mind, just try to learn, trust and respect you will earn. Find a way to listen and understand. You may discover more is at hand.
Now, since you're here, can I help you with the case at all, or offer you a snack?
No, that's all right. Maybe I just needed a bit of encouragement. Thanks for the free office hours, Professor Cook.
Anytime, you know where to find me. Dear Lord, those two are hopeless. These kids need to learn a thing or two. They haven't even got a clue. In your life, you must learn how to understand and love and burn. They must say how they feel and talk it out and deal in due time. They'll be fine. Let's see how the facts align. I have to make some progress on this case. Thanks, Joe. Thanks.
Hey! What are you doing here?
Hi, sorry, do you work for Spaceball Labs?
Maybe I do, maybe I don't. Do you have security clearance to be here?
Security clearance? I don't know, do lawyers need security clearance?
Lawyers?
I thought the feds weren't supposed to come for another 2 weeks.
I'm one Beaker, and I'm one of the assistants here at Spaceball Labs. It's so wonderful to meet you. I can assure you everything is up to code. All of our significant figures are rounded to the correct digit. We definitely have not been teaching the mice Morse code, and all of ours fluids are measured at the bottom of the meniscus.
What? No, I am not that kind of lawyer. I'm the defense counsel for Mr. Spaceballs. Is he here today?
Yeah, the boss is here. I think he might be in a meeting though, because he seemed kind of preoccupied with someone earlier.
So he was talking with someone. I wonder if it's related to the case. Anyways, thank you for your help. Now here's my business card if you ever need me.
Thanks. Well, I'll just be over there doing sciencey stuff. And I'll definitely be wearing my safety goggles.
Right?
Can we just talk about this, please? Look, I just don't understand why you had to make this such a big deal. If you didn't want to see me, why'd you take this to court?
You know I didn't have a choice. Whether or not I want to see you, and for the record, I don't. I still have a duty to my job.
Then why'd you come by to see me today? You didn't just want to catch up?
Are you serious? I am here strictly for professional matters. I'm just here to pick up the paperwork.
I see. Something you might want to say in
No.
chat.
That won't be necessary. Just grab my coat and be on my way.
Okay, well, we'll see you tomorrow.
So is that
How long have you been there?
Can I plead the fifth? Wait, I'm a lawyer. I should definitely know if I can plead the fifth.
What?
Anyways, what's that? Are they related to the case?
Oh, no one important.
You don't sound too sure about that, Joe. I'm your defense, right? We have to communicate or else we won't be able to get anything done.
Don't worry about it, Joe. No one important. Or, well, I'm no one important to them.
Right.
I remember it all like it was yesterday. It all went down in history after that day. I never knew I could hurt so much. My wounds feel like a crutch. All I have is science and my lab. This big building just makes me sad. I thought it was for life when she was mine. Oh, sorry, what was that, Lev?
What? I didn't hear anything.
You said you need help leveling the triple B mounts before measuring the mass of an object? I'll be right there.
And he's gone. Great going, Joe. You found absolutely nothing. I wonder what he was going to say. So weird he just cut himself off with that. I thought it was for life when she was my... I got nothing. I must be tired from all this investigating. Maybe I should call it a night. Tomorrow I'll show that stupid Zephyr who's who.
in session. I understand the prosecution would like to call a witness.
That's right, Your Honor. The prosecution calls Lev Beaker to the stand.
What? Wait, that can't be.
Witness, please take your name and occupation for the court record.
My name is Lev Beaker, and I'm lab assistant at Spaceball Labs.
Oh, how is this happening? Why didn't Lev say anything? Did Jeff know about this?
Lev, could you please tell the court about your experience as an employee of Spaceball Laboratories?
Sure thing. Look, I'm not just trying to say this to get Dr. Spaceballs a lighter sentence, but the man's a saint. I mean, he's always taking care of me, and since he's got no family anymore, well, he treats me like one of his own.
What does she mean by anymore?
Anyway, I'm only coming clean because I can't risk my career as a scientist. I'm so sorry, Dr. Spaceballs. I wish it didn't come to this.
Lev, it's okay. Just take a deep breath. And tell the court about your experience.
Okay. Well, sometimes Dr. Spaceballs said that it's fine if I left the mice with a babysitter and I just don't need to watch them all day. And one time I dropped a beaker and it shattered everywhere. And last semester I was 3 hours short on lab hours, but he said it was fine and he signed it and said that I worked them anyway.
Objection, Your Honor.
Agreed. Lev, do you even know why you were called to testify today?
Well, prosecutor Zephyr approached me yesterday and asked me if I knew anything about Dr. Spaceball's crimes, and well, I knew if I said that I didn't know anything, and then the court found out that I did, but I'd be complicit, right? And I can't go to research jail.
Research jail. Lev, you do understand this trial is about Spaceball Laboratories as a building, right?
Oh, God. Now you mean that the building itself is committing research crimes? How do you think it's put on trial for conspiring with a building?
Your Honor, it seems that Lev doesn't have any relevant information to the case. I move that we dismiss the witness.
I'm afraid I have to agree with you, Defense Attorney Jove. Thank you for your time today, Lev, but you're welcome to go home.
Oh my God, I am so sorry that I'm late and I work to go up. Please catch me up. I promise it'll take us up with you.
Thank you, stenographer, but there's no need to worry. You're not under arrest or anything.
Can you please keep your legal crimes undercover?
You thought this one was bad. Well, I'll be the judge of that.
You are the judge.
In any case, it's no trouble. We were actually just about to send the witness home.
Home? You mean I'm not in trouble or going to research jail?
You mean that I could have kept sleeping?
No, Lev, you're completely fine. You didn't do anything wrong. It just seems there was a bit of, miscommunication regarding today's trial.
Oh, thank goodness.
I'm so sorry, Lev. I didn't mean to drag you into this. It seems like it was just one big misunderstanding. Thanks for taking time out of your day, though.
I'm going to call a quick recess to give everyone a moment to regroup. Perhaps when we come back, this court will finally make some progress in this case. Court dismissed.
I know it's getting a little rough in here, but keep it up, you two. Play nice. Yeah, big words from someone trying to catch me off guard as today's witness. How did you even get in touch with Lev?
He called me. Seems like you were sneaking around baseball laboratories yesterday.
I wasn't sneaking. Wait, how did you?
What can I say? Seems like you weren't all that sneaky about it.
Well, at least I'm trying to help move this trial along.
Oh, and I'm not. You haven't been cooperating at all.
Oh, and you have screw you, Zephyr.
They will screw you too.
Oh, that was a relaxing recess. Seems like the jury is starting to trickle back in, so go ahead and get ready to resume, why don't we?
Sorry to interrupt, Your Honor, but it will appear there is a very urgent matter in the courtroom next door that demands your attention. Would it be possible for you to hold off resuming the trial for just one more minute?
Well, that's a rather unusual request. We were just about to get back down to business.
It's really quite urgent, Your Honor.
Yeah, what they said, very urgent indeed.
Huh. Well, in that case, hopefully it won't take too long. Bailiff, go ahead and let the jury know they can relax a moment longer. If I to tell you, Joe, prosecutor Zephyr, I expect you two to remain here and mull over your notes and witness testimonies. I expect a bit more joviality between you two and I return.
Great. Now what we've done.
Me? This is all your fault.
What? You have been instigating everything.
And you're the one who keeps coming after me.
Oh my god, I can't believe this. You haven't changed a bit since law school.
And you've changed far too much. And not in a good way.
Guys, simmer down, Professor.
You can hear us?
Yes, I've been listening to you squabbling this entire time. That's why I told the judge to put you in contempt of court. Okay, so you're not really in contempt of court, but we're in court. There's clearly some contempt.
You can't be serious.
We used to be friends. That was in the past.
You don't need to keep reminding me. You've made that very clear.
And what's that supposed to mean? Let's take this from the beginning. Joe, why don't we start with you? Well, do you remember that time back in law school, right before I took the bar? You said something and thought I was a fool. It felt like I was hit by a car.
What do you mean?
That week when I was busy with my studies, you said that I needed a lot of aid. You said these things were better done with buddies, and you could tutor my dumbass without being paid.
I never said you were a dumbass.
The doubt crept in and made me lose all hope. I couldn't keep anything in my brain. With all the humiliation, I couldn't cope. I failed the bar, and you're the one to blame.
Wait. You failed the bar exam, but you were top of our class.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of doubts about my skills. Have a lot of doubts about my skills. Luckily, I passed the second time, but it was a lot.
Had no idea. I always looked up to you so much.
What? You did?
Yeah, well, I mean, I got the hint pretty quickly.
What minute?
Don't make me say it.
What? I am so lost.
You sure like to twist the knife, don't you, Joe? I mean, my interest wasn't reciprocated.
What interest?
You know I was trying to ask you that, right?
What?
When I said I could help you with the bar, I wasn't trying to insult you. I didn't think it would go that far, but I was trying to see if you liked me too. I was trying to set up a study date. I thought I could get to know you more. I didn't know it would lead to all this hate. Or have you not get
one who appreciates a good business card. Here's mine. Sorry. No, it's okay. It's okay. I didn't mind. Wait, your first name is Jupiter? Shit, I forgot I have my first name on there. I'll say why I go by Joe. Don't be embarrassed. I think it's cute. Oh. Well, thank you, Secretary.
Reaching out and reconnecting since we messed up, didn't talk it out. A misfortune from misunderstanding. Now we're learning what we're all about. We can move forward and solve the case. Now is the time and this is our place. Got yay lawyers, yes they're lawyers with big lawyerly minds. We got yay lawyers, yes they're full of lawyers. Yes, we'll see what these lawyers can find. Court is back in session, let's get to it. We have much more to learn and discover. Will we keep on chugging or say screw it? Keep watching to find out what we uncover. Mr. Spaceball's made a goof, our facts of mission proof. We can't decide what is true, whatever will we do?
I hereby reconvene the trials of the city of Courtlandia, thus in Spaceball Laboratory.
Your
I
Honor,
accept.
I have a special witness here today to testify before the court.
Wonderful.
Today, the prosecution calls Mayor Calypso Dunn to the stand. Mayor of Courtlandia and the former city director of neighborhood planning, Mayor Calypso is an expert on the legal issues surrounding this case and is thus acting as a representative for the city.
Thank you, Prosecutor Zephyr. It's an honor to be here today. However, I should let you know that I don't hyphenate my name anymore. Just Calypso Dunn shall suffice.
My apologies, Mayor Dunn.
No worries at all, Prosecutor Zephyr.
Holy shit, it's the mayor!
Wow, she's so dreamy.
Who do you think I can ask for her autograph?
Quiet, please. How am I supposed to write any of this down to keep simply for the mayor? Wait, I know I've seen her before. Ah, that's the woman I saw speaking with Jeff earlier. Oh, but what could this mean?
Thank you for taking the time out of your busy schedule to speak to the court today, Mayor Dunn.
Oh, of course, Your Honor. What kind of mayor would I be if I didn't come to stand up for Courtlandia?
Wow, she's just as cool as she looks. Finally, this trial's starting to get interesting.
Hey, do not make me hold you in contempt of court. You wouldn't like me when I'm full of contempt.
All right, the Grand Mayor of Courtlandia makes her supreme entrance. Whoop the fucking do.
Hey, knock it off. I'm trying to make you look good here.
Well, Mayor Dunn, we're ready for your testimony when you are. If you could please recount your recollection of the events regarding Spaceball Labs for the esteemed members of our jury, we'd be so grateful.
Absolutely, Prosecutor Zephyr. Well, as the mayor of the city, one of my duties is to oversee the development of the different neighborhoods in Courtlandia. The law states that any construction practices or other actors planning on building new buildings must submit their complete architectural plans to the city office. However, Mr. Spaceballs did not submit his draft in a satisfactory manner.
Objection! Mayor Dunn, I have a copy of the paperwork that Dr. Spaceball submitted to your office dated from June 9th.
You didn't let me finish, Defense Attorney Joe.
Oh. My bad.
Well, don't keep us in suspense.
Of course, Your Honor. As I was trying to say, while Mr. Spaceballs did submit his paperwork, it was not in a satisfactory manner. So our office informed him of that the plans were extremely out of line with Portlandia's guidelines for commercial properties, and well, even if it had been permissible, the paperwork was made invalid by his signature.
Can you please elaborate what you mean by that, Mayor Dunn?
Of course. You see, he simply signed with the drawing of a middle finger.
Does that mean that I can draw a middle finger in the court record?
Great. Thank you for sharing all of this vital information with the jury, Mayor Dunn.
Your Honor, the defense hasn't had a chance to examine this paperwork. In light of this new evidence, would we be able to take a recess? I'd like the chance to look over these documents and have a few words with the defendant.
Well, it seems a bit early to take another recess.
Your Honor, if I may, I think the defense has a point. It's in all of our best interests that we all get a chance to examine the evidence.
In that case, I suppose it couldn't hurt. Let's take a quick recess, and when we get back, perhaps this call will finally make some progress in this case. Court dismissed.
Well, geez, that sure was a doozy.
You can say that again. You want to give me a heads up the next time the mayor of Portlandia is going to testify?
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to throw you off. It was so last minute anyway. At first, we thought one of her office assistants was going to come, but then she wrote to our office and said she wanted to testify, and next thing you know, she thought I would just stand.
Don't worry. I'm just teasing. For real, though, I owe you a thanks. I appreciate you giving me a hand back there.
Hey, it was only fair.
Still, it means a lot. Back to the case. I wonder why she changed her mind and decided to testify.
I don't know. Initially, she said she thought there would be a conflict of interest, but then I guess she decided it was fine.
Conflict of interest? Weird. You don't know her, do you?
Me? No. I mean, I've seen her walking around City Hall a few times, but I doubt she even knew my name before this trial. You?
No way. She is way too cool to hang out with someone like me.
Hey, don't sell yourself short. Besides, what does that make me?
Anyways, do you have any of Mayor Quinzel's paperwork about the conflict of interest? I'd like to take a look if you don't mind. Maybe we might figure something out.
Good point. 2 heads are better than 1. I think I have her initial memo around here somewhere.
Hey, Zephyr, what did you say the mayor's last name was again?
Oh, Dunn. Why?
No, before that. Wasn't it hyphenated or something?
Yeah, it used to be Mayor Calypso Dunn's Disabled, but then she changed it to just Dunn.
Oh my god, you've got to be kidding me.
What? What?
It says Spaceballs!
Like Jeff's Baseballs?
No, like Jeff Spaceballs! Exactly like Jeff Spaceballs!
Oh my god, I can't believe I butchered the mayor's last name in front of the whole courtroom!
And I can't believe you didn't realize that they had the same last name! Of course she found for a conflict of interest. They must be related or something.
said no before he ran off?
Yeah, he was singing a little tune. It was something like, all I have is science in my lab. This building just makes me sad. I thought it was for life when she was mine. And then he got really embarrassed, made some lame excuse to run off. I could not make heads or tails of it.
What? What? Huh? When she was my wife. She was his wife, Joe. They were married.
Oh my god! Oh my god. Okay, well, if she changed her last name,
And you said they were acting weird around each other.
does that mean they're divorced?
I think so! We did it! We gotta leave!
We gotta leave, they're divorced! Oh, divorce, divorce, divorce!
Maybe that's not the sort of thing to be jumping up and down about, is it?
Oh, probably not. You were right. Two heads are better than one.
Well, working with you just feels so natural, you know?
Yeah, I think I can get used to working with you.
Prosecutor Zephyr, Defense Attorney Joe, we will be resuming the trial momentarily if you'd like to make your way back to the courtroom.
I'm sorry. No. It's okay. We got a little carried away.
No!
It's my fault, really.
No. I didn't mind. Thank you, bailiff.
My pleasure. And another thing. Just so you two know, I'm rooting for the both of you. You know, in the courtroom, of course, but also, outside of the courtroom.
Thank you, bailiff.
Well, you ready?
Let's fucking do this.
I now call this trial back to session. Defense Attorney Joe, I trust you had ample time to look over those documents?
Yes, Your
That recess wasn't for nothing.
Yes, Your Honor. The defense is very confident that this court will be able to make some progress with this case.
Right, Zephyr? That's right, Your Honor. The defense and I were able to compare our notes and make some new breakthroughs. We believe now that further cross-examination of Mayor Calypso is of the utmost importance.
Oh, well, that's lovely news. Mayor Calypso, the court summons you back to the stand. Prosecutor Zephyr, I believe it's your turn to begin the cross-examination.
Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm prepared to continue serving this court and the city as best as I can.
Mayor Calypso, could you please tell the court a little bit about how your office attempted to contact Mr. Spaceballs to inform him of the illegality of his property?
Of course, Prosecutor Zephyr. I had my office assistant mail him a formal statement from the city alerting him of the offense. As per regulation, he had 30 days to respond, which he did not. And then, at that point, our office began filing the necessary paperwork to take legal action against Baseball Laboratories.
I don't know, man. That sounds kind of sus.
So, do you think we should eject him? Please go touch grass.
So, everything about the standard so far has been standard procedure.
That's right.
Did you ever have direct contact with Mr. Spaceballs?
No, I would.
Would someone in your office typically work directly with someone in violation of Section 6-9 of Municipal Code 420?
Well, I'd say it depends on the situation. If it's something more minor, usually one of my assistants will cover it and I'll just sign a few papers. But if it's something more out of the ordinary, then I'll have to work directly with all parties involved.
ordinary. How come you didn't work with Mr. Spaceballs directly?
It simply wasn't necessary.
Hey, you mind if I tag in? I've got a few questions I'd like to ask. You know that's not how it works, right? Surely I taught you better than this.
I don't see why not. I'm just running out the clock till lunch break anyways. What do you got for us, Joe?
Seriously?
What? I'm hungry. And this looks like it's about to get good.
Good point. Pass me some.
Hey, Bailiff. Could you please pass the stenographer some popcorn?
Is this what my job has come to?
In any case, thank you for the opportunity, Your Honor. Now, Mayor Dunn, you said that you've never spoke directly with Dr. Spaceballs, is that right?
That's correct.
That's interesting, because I saw you at Spaceball Labs just the other day. That's right. I saw you at Spaceball Labs speaking with the defendant. Why would you want to hide that from the court?
Well, I did no such thing. How can you make such a claim without any evidence?
In fact, my client, Dr. Spaceballs himself, can affirm to the fact that I witnessed you at Spaceball Labs that day. Isn't that right, Jeff?
I mean, yeah, I was there with you that day.
Can we get Dr. Spaceballs to the stand? I think it's crucial that he back me up here.
I suppose my lunch break can wait. My pad ties and getting any warmer. Alert with you, Mr. Spaceballs.
Well, actually...
What's that?
I've got something kind of urgent I need to attend to.
You do realize you're on trial, right? You can't just come and go as you please. Besides, it should only take a minute. The court hereby summons Dr. Jeff Spaceballs back to the stand.
Sorry, I think I'm out of time.
What?
Can't you see? Looks like this reaction is about to cause a major displacement.
Jeff, no!
So long, lab rats.
Wait! Where's the defendant? Didn't he just disappear?
Well, of course he would go into some bullshit like this. I mean, of course, something inconvenient and unexpected like this would happen.
Well, this is a most unusual turn of events. Given the circumstances, I suppose I have no choice but to call a recess and order a search for the defendant. Mayor Calypso, given your leadership within the city as well as your connection to the case, I trust we can count on you to organize a search party for Mr. Spaceballs.
Absolutely, Your Honor. Whatever it takes to put this case to rest.
Thank you for your continued cooperation. Defense Attorney Joe, prosecutors Zeppa, I hope that you two will continue working together to make new breakthroughs in this trial. Just because there's a missing defendant doesn't mean you can slack off.
Yes, Your Honor.
You can count on us.
Wonderful. In that case, until the defendant has been relocated, court dismissed.
So I'm trying not to make a bit of an entrance. Equal exchange, you know, it's the first hall welcoming.
Alchemy? Is that even a real science?
In any case, things got a little too dicey in the courtroom, so I decided to hightail it out of there and put my plan into action.
Wait, what happened?
Well, they called the mayor to the stand, and so naturally it was just a little too awkward for me. And
Wait, why was that awkward? Do you have some sort of backstory with the mayor?
You're kidding, right?
What?
You mean you didn't feel all of the romantic tension when you came by to drop off the paperwork?
Wait, are you dating the mayor?
No. The opposite. She's my ex-wife.
What?
Okay, normally I'd be flattered that I kept my cool long enough for you to not notice, but come on, this was pretty obvious.
I can't believe it. Well, wait, so if you were married to the mayor, but now you're not, well then, what's your plan?
Where's the honesty in that? I can't just tell you my big plan.
Well, you just told me you're divorced, so.
Don't make me have to be so callous. I may be an evil scientist, but I have feelings too, you know?
Not seeing what this has to do with you.
This is some pretty sensitive stuff, okay? I wrote some poetry about it.
Is this some sort of torture device for the lab rats to disobey you?
No. Here, just listen. There once was a scientist who, his wife he had loved oh so true, but then she had left. His heart was so bereft. How could he make love begin anew? So, what'd you think?
That was better than I was expecting. But we've been over the fact that you miss your ex-wife. Where does this mysterious plan of yours come in?
Thought you never asked. I have more poems. Okay, let's try this one. Evil scientist blows up the laboratory. It's insurance fraud.
You lost me there. That one was pretty abstract.
Okay, I've got a sim claim fresh off the press. Maybe this will do the trick. Money for Calypso. Riches might win her back, so I will sacrifice the lab for love.
Yeah, I still don't know.
Okay, let me put it this way. My love for my wife was faithful and strong. She didn't see it that way. I need a distraction to grab her attention, so she might hear when I say, I loved you so, now you'll never know just how much you make me feel. You ruined my chance to make her dance with me. I wonder how she would feel if I told her the truth light and black. I must prove myself to win her back.
Oh, I see. You needed the mayor to come to court for the chance to explain and vent a big declaration or perhaps an explosion of love could heal what was broken and bent. 'Cause you loved her so, now she'll never know just how much she makes you feel. You could have a new chance to make her dance with glee. And I know that she will understand the truth, the white and black. You prove yourself and win her back.
Great. I thought that with high tensions, the courtroom might reignite our flames, but it seems the only sparks flying are between those two lawyers. So I decided to move to Plan B.
Plan B?
Explosion, you say, is just the way to get all the love I gave away. Thank God for insurance and lab accidents. With money and fame, she'll hear when I say that I love her so, and I want her to know just how much she makes me feel. I could have a new chance to make her dance with me. And I know that she would I can prove myself to win her back. Took out a huge insurance policy on Spaceball Labs, and now I'm gonna blow it the fuck up to the
You can't just blow up the lab.
But it's not that hard. I mean, I'm an evil scientist. Let's take some chemicals.
That's not what you meant. Well, what are you gonna do without the lab? What am I gonna do? What are we gonna do? Who cares about research jail? This is gonna send me to real jail. And what makes you think the mayor cares so much about money? I mean, what are you gonna do if she doesn't take you back?
I plan to burn that bridge when I get there. Nothing more to lose at this point. Now come help me get ready. I'll need some assistance to make sure the insurance companies don't suspect a thing.
Yeah, let me finish up the darkroom photography masterclass. I'm just giving some of the mice first.
Sure, take your time. You wouldn't want the mice to underdevelop those originals. You know where to find me when you're done.
Walking around like this will never make any progress. Hey, why don't you just borrow one of these welcoming cars up here?
Oh my god. Zephyr, you're a prosecutor. You know you can't just borrow people's cars whenever you feel like it. Besides, if you were put on trial for carjacking, I doubt I'd be able to defend you. It's hard enough trying to get Jeff off and I really know the guy. Now I have to get you off too?
I mean...
Oh my god! Not like that! I mean, not, but, shit. Your insurance very attractive. We're in the middle of a truck. Oh, thank god, let me take this. Hello? Oh, Len, what's up? Oh, you got my number from my business card. Well, that's great. What's up? Wait, what's wrong? Wait, what? Okay, we'll be right there. Wait, Len, where are you? And she hung up.
What did she say?
She said she had to make it brief because Dr. Spaceballs was watching over her while she taught the mice how to do calculus. But she wanted to warn us that Jeff is up to something bad and she needs our help.
Did she say what the plan was?
Oh yeah, get this. Apparently, Dr. Spaceballs has been trying to win Mayor Calypso back, and so now he's going to blow something up. Apparently he took out an insurance plan and is hoping the money will win her back. Weird, right?
What?
I know! It's unbelievable! Like, who would have thought that mean old scientist was such a simp?
No, you dolt! You mean they're gonna cause an explosion?
Yeah, that makes more sense. What are we gonna do?
Well, we have to do something. Did Lev say where they were?
No, Lev didn't say where they were or where Jeff was gonna put his plan into action. without the grave brain.
They're gonna catch her, we don't know it's secret and perhaps, but is Jeff Baseball smart enough to make us all run laps? No! We're gonna catch Jeff Baseball, the last thing we do. We'll find this damn scientist and solve the case too. There's one more place we haven't looked at, his favorite place of all. The building that brought us all together, that's really fucking tall. The lab! This old guy thought he knew more than 3 early minds, but we're the best and we can win this scientist, we'll find. We're gonna catch Jeff Baseball, the last thing we do. We'll find this damn scientist and solve the case too.
Doesn't matter at this point. My plan's already in motion, and it's too late to stop me now.
Come on, Dr. Spaceballs. Don't you want to read some of your poetry? I mean, you have an audience.
Oh, I'm not as cool as
Hey,
you.
he's
Great, now let's see if we can work this out. Jeff, let's start with you. Why don't you tell us your plan?
And why would I do that?
I agree with the professor. All I know is that there's an emergency that requires my mayoral authority.
Well, I mean, if Calypso wants to hear it. I don't have anything prepared though, so I'll have to freestyle.
Oh, God.
Okay. You wouldn't take me back, so I tried Prozac. I thought with extra money, you might reconsider being my honey.
Hey, boss. You might want to put all your head.
I said I wasn't prepared.
I thought I heard you practicing that song all last night.
Well, yeah, but...
Come on, man, I leave. You don't have all day here.
Okay, fine.
Are we just going to ignore the fact that those mice are musicians?
Jeff, what is all this?
What do you mean?
Well, first I have to drag my ass to court because you won't downsize your building, and the next thing I know, I'm told there's a dangerous scientist about to blow something up. Can we please just talk about this?
Sorry. Everything was just such a mess. I didn't know what to do. And this was the only way I could think to talk to you. And
You tried to blow up a building to talk to your ex?
Whoa. Those two used to date. They were married, in fact. Plot chickens.
We only just figured this out a few hours ago. Wait. You two are having some communication issues, right?
Yeah.
Do you think this is something maybe Job and I could help with?
Us?
Well, yeah. Don't you think this feels an awful lot like a conversation we just had?
Oh, I see where you're going with this.
great. Care to enlighten us?
Yeah, why don't you share with the class, Mr.
Okay. Calypso, you and Jeff divorced recently, correct?
That would be the case.
And Jeff, you were planning to commit insurance fraud. Where does the money play into all of this?
Noble is trying so hard at work to be good enough for her. It seemed that no matter how much I worked, it just wasn't enough. So I thought if I took out a big insurance policy on Spaceball Labs and I blew it up and I passed it off as a freak accident, that the money might be enough to win you back.
My God, are you serious?
Now you're done. Why was it that you left?
Because all you ever did was work. All day, every day. I thought you didn't love me anymore.
But all that time, I was working so hard to try and show you that I loved you.
Didn't you see all I wanted was to spend time with you?
You did?
Yes, I love you.
Was that present tense?
That was definitely present tense.
So all of this was just a big misunderstanding.
It would seem like that, yeah. Well,
Come on, you two, hug it out already.
What do you think?
What?
What do you think, so, can I start over?
Yes, Jeff, I think I like that.
Jeff, if you want to be with Calypso again, you're going to have to change your ways.
I don't know. I've gotten so used to being evil.
But you should learn to become a better version of yourself. Wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, that does sound nice.
You know you can do it, Jeff.
Really? You believe in me?
Of course. And look, we brought some friends to help.
You remember Miss Herbal and Professor Dane, right? Well, I called in 2 favors and enlisted their help.
Help?
Help to teach you how to be good.
Trying to be good just takes a little time, but step by step your intentions align. Let's begin with the thing that brought us all here. This big fucking building just needs a little cheer. Donate all the big parts you won't need. The rest can help you fulfill your dream. With a little help from us, you'll be on your way to being good and being okay.
Learn to be good, think of others instead. Communicate my feelings and the thoughts in my head. Share with those less fortunate, be understood. I can be filled with hope and share all the good.
That's it. Sometimes we decorate our one mind. We'll have good thoughts and learn to be kind. We'll take this large spoonful and redecorate. Something full of ingredients to cook and bake.
And if you're going to have a kitchen, you need to learn. You don't want your paste to fall or cookies to burn. I can give you lessons and teach you the ways. It will be fun, you'll be a master in days. Learn to be good, think of others instead. Communicate your feelings and the thoughts in your head. Share with those less fortunate and be understood. You can be filled with hope and share all the good.
Hey, boss. I just want to say you mean the world to me. Others see a scientist, your father to me. I could stay to help with your new way of good. I could help clean the kitchen or taste all the food.
Well, of course I want you there.
2, 3,
So we can learn to be good, think of others instead. Communicate our feelings and the thoughts in our head. Share with those less fortunate and be understood. We can be filled with hope and share all the good.
Jeff, you know what this means, don't you?
That clip's all take me back, right?
Yes! No, I think so. We have to find the judge. Where are they?
I have no idea, but we'll never find him through the crowd. Joe, you take the right side. I'll take the left. Everyone else, stay where you are and keep your eyes peeled.
I'll watch over everyone.
Everyone, if there's no need to run around, hold your horses. Here they come now. Oh, let's go.
Don't know their chance.
Your Honor,
behind us right here.
We need you
right
over
now.
here.
We need a moment.
Whoa now, what is the time?
Joe, you go. It was your brilliant logic.
Your Honor, Zephyr. Oh, thank you, Zephyr. Oh, I should be faster. Your Honor, Zephyr and I did some investigative work on our own, and thanks to the witnesses we heard from before, we've managed to solve the entire case. If you resume the trial right now, we can put an end to this case.
Oh, well, that's great to hear, but I'm just leaving for the day. You know there's a reason the courthouse has a schedule, right?
Your Honor, just give us a few moments and a few taps from that wonderful little gavel of yours, and we'd be just so grateful.
No can do, prosecutors at the got an anniversary dinner tonight.
Oh, we can wait a little longer, don't you think?
Zola, you're in on this too.
What? Your first name is Solar, really? Shush, professors have first names too, you know. Big words coming from someone named Jupiter.
Hey! Oh, don't be embarrassed. You know I think it's cute.
Now, Your Honor, if you would be so kind. Not for them. For us.
Wait. Us? You mean you two?
Yes, it's our anniversary tonight. Really, Zephyr, this shouldn't be that much of a surprise. You of all people ought to know that sparks fly in the courtroom.
Fair.
Anyways, for you, I shall reconvene. Go ahead and take your places, and bailiff, call the jury back in.
Oh, jury!
All right, let's finish this.
Big rocking building has caused quite the trouble. We've been running all over this town. But since we learned to be good and talk our feelings out, we can turn this big building around. Learning what's not needed to those who need a homes, and Jeff can use his cooking skills to feed the town. The people of Portlandia will now be at peace. We can share all the good and love we found in this place. Now we can see that his heart is good. He wanted the chance to make amends with his wife, with some just distribution, some work for the poor. We can teach this mean scientist a better way of life. We vote not guilty for the crimes he's accused of, as long as he intends to work and be good.
The Spaceballs, you are free to go and live your new life, as long as you